McLaren look they can compete for the title now. Yeah, McLaren look like they're in a very good spot. Very, very good spot. We'll see in Canada exactly where they're going to be compared to everyone else. I think Miami was definitely a good insight into where this championship might be going. But obviously, the more like the regulations get adapted and changed and things like that throughout the season, it might benefit one team, it might benefit another team. Like, it could be very swings and roundabouts depending on the rules they change too. So some rules might work out for McLaren, some of them might not do. Especially any that might, you know, specifically target the Mercedes engine. So, yeah. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the one and only, the Wheel of Doom. Last time out in Silverstone, we had to do a 3-stop because of this wheel right here. Everyone else did a 1-stop in a very wet Silverstone. We had to do a damn 3-stop. And to be fair, like I said earlier, we actually did all things considered quite well. Getting in that top 3 was not too bad whatsoever. So, let's see what we are going to get this time around. Will we get another 3-stopper? Christ, I hope not. Let's give it a quick little shuffle like so. And let's see what we get. A forced 1-stop wouldn't be too bad here, I don't think. But yeah, let's see. Here we go. Will it be kind? Will it be mean? Let's see what we get. Oh, come on, man. It's being mean. It's being very mean. What does Silverstone... Silverstone's quite low downforce, right? Brother. We had this in, what was it, Austria? Oh, God. That's going to be fun, isn't it? Ah, Jesus. We had that exact one in Austria, I'm pretty sure, as well. To be fair, we did win Austria, but I think round 10, reverse Silverstone, it's going to be very, very different. So, yeah, we probably want a low downforce setup, don't we? Not, again, not 0-0 as such, but I think the second one, maybe. 12-12 wings is probably going to be about right, I think. But, oh, God, that's going to be interesting, isn't it? Very interesting. Right. Let's swap over our components to the freshest spec real quick. Like so. Got number 3 here. Actually, got number 1 is fine. Number 2. Number 2. And then the gearbox we will leave as number 7 there as well. It should be fine. Perfect. All right, chat, here we go. It is time for qualifying then here in the reverse Silverstone Grand Prix. For those of you just tuning in, at today's challenge, we have to use a preset setup once again. We had that out in Austria, and we have to do it again for this Grand Prix. This is going to be a very tricky track with the default setup, I think. But fingers crossed, we can try and do something wellish here. But without further ado, let's get underway for qualifying here in reverse Silverstone. Oh, buddy. This is a new season. This is season 2. Depends when you last watched me call a new season. I do the higher top spin and other front wing a bit. Shouldn't be too bad. I think we agreed after Austria that we wouldn't change the wings. The things we can change is the differential and brake bias. And I think that's all we agreed on. I think we agreed not to do anything else. No one likes preset setups. The wheel does. The wheel loves it, apparently. Right, so. Increased top speed is 12-12, isn't it? Yeah. Should we do this one? I mean, maximum top speed is going to be 0-0. 0-0 around here is going to be pretty useless, I think. I don't think that would feel too great. Balance is 23-23. I think that's going to be too high in the wings, isn't it? So, I think increased top speed is probably the one we want to go for here. Front wing adjustment should be legal if it's during the pit stop. You reckon? Yeah, I know you can change the front wing in the MFD, but... yeah. But again, I don't think there's much point doing that too much. Maybe in a Grand Prix later on we can, but we're not going to see that for a while anyway, so... yeah, I guess we'll go with this one then, right? We'll put the... oh, I forgot the brake pressure at 97. Oh, God, that feels horrendous. Brake bias will go 55, I guess, then. And we'll leave everything else there. I think this is the one we want to change, right? To 100s. And then everything else is going to have to be left as it is. Silverstone AI is actually good, so you might need it. Yeah, they're even better on the reverse layout, I believe, as well. So, yeah, this is not going to be easy whatsoever. Right. Let's go on track, shall we? So, a preset setup, once again, is our challenge for today. And it is not going to be easy, this one. Like I say, the AI round here are pretty good. So, on a default setup, we definitely have a tough mission ahead of us for the day. But let's see how we get on for qualifying. Let's I'll tell you what, let's actually put a little bit more fuel in the car in case we want to do a second lap. Yeah. Here we go. Let's do this.
Checks complete. Everyone be aware.
Oh, God.
We've got a car in the garage.
We're hunting Lewis. Ideally for the win. If he's up there. He might not be up there. Has F126 released yet? It is not, no. What's our challenge? Our challenge today is that we have to use a default setup, just like we did in Austria. We've gone for the increased top speed one, so that leaves the wings at 12.12. I forgot how long this pit lane is in reverse as well. I mean, it's same length in the normal way round, but it feels even longer in the reverse one, the exit. All right. One thing I don't like growing up is seeing a favorite YouTuber turning grey. I've not got too grey just yet. Maybe in a few more years. But yeah, that is quite a sad sight. You know, I used to watch people like PewDiePie and stuff a lot when I was younger. And I recently found out that his dog just turned 17 years old. And I was like, wow, I feel old. I remember when that dog was like a puppy, basically. Or near a puppy, at least. And yeah, he just celebrated his 17th birthday. 26.04 Carlos Sainz so far. Red Bull targeting Oscar is interesting. It's interesting, but it's not surprising in my opinion. I think Red Bull have always quite appreciated Piastri, and I think that... I'm pretty sure I've said in the past, actually, that if Verstappen did leave Red Bull, I think Piastri would definitely be on the list. So, ultimately, I'm not really too surprised by that. All right, here we go. First lap of the day. At least we can flat out the final corner. That's something, at least. Oh, the understeer through turn one there was not too pretty. Yeah, the problem with these preset setups is they feel so stiff. Like, almost like understeery type stiff. It's not ideal. Rubbing out with Edwards Husky being 12 is when I realize I'm close to Unk. Yeah, time is moving fast, huh? Green first sector. I would be very surprised if we're anywhere near pole position today. I'm a little bit nervous with Cops at the moment as we run it a little bit wide. Right-hand side tyres just getting onto the grass. Here we go into the hairpin. This hairpin tightens up a lot on the exit when you're doing it in reverse. Final sector. Can we try and extract a little bit more out from this? Front right locking up. Heading through the original turn at 4. And now it splits the floor through the last couple of corners. And then around the final one, the original turn 1. And across the line we go. It's going to be a 26.2 to get us going. And it only puts us P7 for the start of qualifying. I think we might have to do a second lap here, huh? That is nowhere near where we want to be right now. And the tyre wear's not amazing, but I think we'll try and run one more lap with this tyre and see if we can try and just do a little bit better. That wasn't fantastic. Max McLaren, that'd be incredible. I mean, with GP going there now, who knows? I think that definitely gives him a little bit of a buy-in to McLaren. Could you imagine a Piastri and Verstappen straight swap? That'd be crazy. YouTube is only 5 months older than me. Damn. Yeah, we're on the increased top speed preset, which has 12.12 wings. Absolute boat, yep. This is the Aston Martin 2026 POV. But make it Italian. Oscar would never go to Red Bull, to be honest. I mean, would he have much choice if McLaren wanted to swap him out? If he wants to go to a top team, going to Red Bull might be the very few choices he has. And I don't see why he wouldn't go to Red Bull either way. They've had a few Australians in their team in the past with Mark Webber and Danny Ricciardo, who were good drivers but never really made it to that championship level. Could Piastri be the one to do that at Red Bull? Only he knows, really. Fulfill the destiny of others, really. Speaking of Piastri, he's just gone P1.
Okay, we've been pushed down to P12.
10th up so far in the first sector. There we go, so get back to some Beckett's. That's more like it. I hate that I have to live through cops right now. I do not have the confidence. But it's a good time either way, though. 5 tenths. And last few corners again. It's an improvement. But how many positions will it gain us? Across the line we go. We just ran out of battery over the line there. Only P9. Oh my goodness, chat. We are slower than a Cadillac right now. Do you understand how cooked we are if we're slower than a Cadillac? It's not looking good, bruv. It is not looking good. To find out whether a corner is flat out or not, one must try it flat out. It's true. Gotta learn it the hard way, right? What do you think of us in the final? I am delighted. Over the moon. Ecstatic. I don't think we'll win it. I'm very glad we're in the final. I'm very happy to be in the final. I don't think we'll win it, though. Although it would be nice to get a little bit of revenge on PSG after last year, but I don't think we're going to get anywhere close to it. But you never know. You never know. What's the challenge? Today's challenge is we have to use a default setup, just like we did in Austria. Right. What was the tyre after all that? 12% on that front right. Oh, God. Let's head back to the pits and see how we're doing. The problem with using a default setup around here compared to Austria is the AI in Austria are not fantastic. Whereas in Silverstone, they're actually quite strong. And I think we are seeing that being P9 at the moment. I definitely did not just cross the pit entry. Was it reverse Austria did default? Was it normal way? I think it was the normal way round, if I remember correctly. I can't remember what the reverse Austria challenge was, but I'm pretty sure it's the normal way round we did the default setup. Do you remember the Leclerc Piastri swap from with Ferrari? I do. I do remember that. What's your thoughts on Bayern being robbed by the handballs? Honestly, I feel like I can't talk about other teams being robbed right now because there was definitely a few instances in that Arsenal Atleti game where we got lucky. So I'm probably in no position to be talking about luck right now. We were definitely on the lucky side, I think. Got to use default there, set up there for one of them at Zandvoort. I mean, to complete the holy trio, I'm down for it. Why not? What up, Haz? What happened to the match last night? I missed it. PSG won 1-0. It actually wasn't as great of a game as I was expecting it to be. I think everyone was probably expecting a bit of a score fest given how last week went. But yeah, it was kind of the opposite. It was actually a fairly tame game, all things considered. But there was definitely a few instances where, you know, I think PSG should have had a red card, and I also think they should have had a Bayern should have had a penalty as well, so. I think Nuno Mendes' second yellow would have been very harsh. The pen shout, though. The pen shout is like... I think BBC posted the ruling on it. Apparently because his teammate was the one who tried to clear it and it came off his arm. Because it was his teammate, that's not a penalty. I don't know why that's the rule. That is the stupidest rule ever. I don't know why it has to be, whether it's... It could be anyone, you know? At the end of the day, it hit his arm in a very unnatural, artificial way. Therefore, it should be a penalty, in my opinion. But, yeah, I don't know. The rule says that because it's his teammate, it's allowed. I don't get it. I don't get it. Right, how are we looking so far, then? We are a second down on Oscar Piastri at the moment. We probably are fine to get through to Q2 right now. But that is not good. Not good whatsoever. We are 6/10 up on Valtteri Bottas in P17, which isn't... It's okay. It's not amazing. It's not terrible. Hadjar's in that bottom 6 right now as well, so... I think we're good for Q2, but we're going to have to find more time in these next sessions, aren't we? Because we are definitely not in a safe spot to try and get into the third session of the day, so... Let's retire for the session and see how we finish up. Okay, we only dropped 1 position. That's not too bad. But, yeah, like I said, we're definitely going to try and find some more pace in Q2 if we want to make it through to the final 10 in Q3. So, Piastri leads the way then. Leclerc and Hamilton out top 3. Russell, Verstappen, Lance Stroll in P6. Like a Stroll go. Albon, Perez, Gasly all ahead of us in P10 there as well. Schumacher, Norris, Lawson, Sainz, Bottas, and Antonelli all through to Q2. And then leaving us in the opening session is Esteban Ocon, Nico Hulkenberg, Isaac Hadjar, Ollie Behrman, Colapinto, and Bortoleto. They are all knocked out in the opening session. On to Q2 we go. And like I say, plenty more time we have got to find. If you clear off the line when it's an own goal, it isn't a handball. Pretty much. I mean, maybe there's like more ruling to it, but the general rule is that because it was a teammate that attempted to clear it, it wasn't a handball. It's dumb. Very dumb. I put money in, so believers can have some cash. Now there isn't a mod who can pay out the prediction. Well done, Nico. Don't worry, I got you. I can pay it out. I can pay out when need be. Point with Neves was it wasn't deliberate, but still it's stupid. It should always be a penalty, in my opinion. Doesn't matter, again, like I say, whether it's teammate or no teammate or the opposition. It should always be a penalty, that. Always. Right, let's go. What should I do here? I think I might do 1 lap on the older soft tire first, just see how we go. And then we'll jump onto a fresh tire after and try and improve a bit further. Let's just give it a minute or so, just get a little bit more traffic out there. And let's head out ourselves. Basically, teammate plus not deliberate equals no pen. Again, the whole deliberate thing should not really matter. And the whole teammate thing shouldn't really matter as well. He artificially made his body bigger by extending his arms out. His arms are also in an unnatural position. That should always be a penalty. Like, there's, in my mind, 0 doubt about that. And I don't care whether it comes off teammate or whether it comes off the opposition. Every single time, that should be a penalty. Have you seen the new Lamborghini Temerario GT3? I don't even know how to say that model, so I'm going to say no. Probably not. I think I did the wrong thing here, didn't I? I did. Your home country's next race? Belgium? I think it's Belgium next, isn't it? And let's talk about in the game or in real life. In the game, we have Belgium next. In real life, we have Canada. Still can't believe BYD wants to get into F1. I mean, if they do, they'll be like one of the biggest advocates for more electrical power in F1, let's say that. But I think with what MBS was saying about wanting to go back to V8s and stuff, that would probably put BYD off from trying to get in. It depends on the engine regs, I think, for the next time around. If the engine regs support much more electrical power, then BYD will probably want in. If it supports wanting to go back to V8s and less electrical power, then BYD will not join F1. IRL's Canada, isn't it? The next race. My girlfriend's from Canada. Been there a few times. 25.6 for Alex Albon to get us going for Q2. So we are using a slightly more worn soft tyre here. I'm not expecting a crazy strong lap time, but hopefully it will try and spark some confidence at least. Is BYD in Formula E? No, they're not. I don't think Formula E has quite the publicity that they probably want, though. Oh, God, that was horrific on the exit Beckett's there. Car was super stiff. I did it flat out. I did it. I did it. It might not be the smoothest, but I did it. Holy quality train behind you. I think most of them have done their laps. I think. We'll find out. Ah, this lap has not felt too good overall, has it? %, that front right tyre. That's not going to help too much. Across the line we go. 26.1. Oh, that's going to be the bottom 6, isn't it? That lap time is going to be well into the bottom 6, I'm pretty sure. We're faster than Sergio Perez, and Sergio Perez only at the moment. But we'll see what happens when everyone crosses the line. But a second lap is going to be definitely mandatory. Still P9 at the moment. Maybe some people are starting their lap, actually.
One lap of fuel remaining.
Okay, faster than both the Cadillacs. Also, both the Cadillacs into Q2. Progress for them, finally, huh? F1 Space DLC when? I'm getting asked this a lot. I don't know. I promise. If I knew, I would love to tell you guys, but I genuinely do not know. The prediction I have is they'll come out sometime in June, but that's only a prediction. Unfortunately, we've got no news. Lawson goes into P10. Am I going to survive somehow on this lap? Is that lap going to be just about enough to get us into the top 10? Probably not, but at least we're still there. All right, let's head into the pits. This pit entry is so damn awkward the way it goes downhill. So easy to lock up. I think this is us enough. DLC when? That's it. DLC's cancelled. GG. 24.5 for Max Verstappen. 24.3 for Piastri. Okay, never mind. We had a lot of people still on laps. We are now down to a very measly P13. We are only faster than a Racing Bull and 2 Cadillacs. We've got our work cut out for us. That's safe to say. I think I'm going to immediately jump onto a fresh soft tire and just try and get through a lap here. Because that lap was definitely far away from where we want to be. Right, let's jump onto this tire. 9/10 apparently should be the difference in the tires. We'll see how true that is. Right now, though, we are 3/10 away from Charles Leclerc, our teammate, who is in P10. Damn, this is going to be a tricky couple laps, isn't it? But we're miles away from the top. 1.7 seconds away from the lead group right now. All right, let's head out. We need to get this lap done ASAP, don't we?
The car's ready to go.
They want to hype it up too early because they don't have any new features other than the minimum to represent the new regs. I mean, that's, in my opinion, that's kind of all I expected. I wasn't really expecting any crazy new features from a DLC. I think when it comes to DLC, you kind of expect just the sort of base content that would come inside of it. Like with LMU, for example, you know, you have maybe a couple of cars and a track or something as part of a DLC. That's kind of the same way I envision the F126 DLC. All I expect is the new regulations, the updated cars, maybe Madrid as well. That's as much as I would expect. I wouldn't expect anything more outside of that. Everything outside of that will probably come in F127. But because it's just simply a DLC and more of like a, you know, regulation update, I guess, I'm not expecting anything too crazy. How hard are my brake pedals? They're pretty stiff. I couldn't tell you exactly how hard, but you have to give them a good push. Can never skip leg day on the sim, that's for sure. Did you order your Monster directly from their site? I bought mine like 2 or 3 years ago. I think I bought it from GT Omega, I think. But you can buy it directly from their site. All right.
Okay, just 2 laps.
This lap needs to be a big improvement. This is a fresh, soft tyre. And we've got a lot of time to find, so let's get to work. Okay, good first sector. I was a little bit late on DRS there, but shouldn't be an issue. Good. 5 tenths. Really have to be aggressive on the steering to get the car turned in there. Seven tenths. Nice, 1.1. That's a much needed improvement. Where's it going to put us? Across the line we go. It's going to be a 1.2 of 24.8. And that bumps us all the way up to P4 in qualifying at number 2. That is a much needed lap. And that instills a bit more confidence into ourselves with this setup. That is much, much better. I feel a bit more relieved with that lap. I didn't think I'd find that much, but we did what we had to do. Let's bring it back round into the pits, and that will do it for the second qualifying session of the day. And I'd assume BP4, we should be good for Q3. Ultimate jinx happening right now, that's for sure. Asking for jam, any vibrations? Not really. After that, I'll return to garage. I didn't feel any. But I kind of expected that anyway, so. Yeah, I saw about the whole Valverde and trim anything. Right. Both McLarens in the way so far. 349 for Piastri and 387 for Lando. I pressed the brake pedal as hard as I possibly could and didn't feel a single vibration, so. I would say not. I can't remember an LMU, though. We'll try an LMU later as well. Right, everyone is doing their laps right now. Let's retire from the session and see how we are looking. P4, very good. That's not bad at all. We are through to the final qualifying session of the day. Charles Leclerc has a 5-place penalty, qualified P11, but has a 5-place penalty. So he'll actually start down in P16 for this Grand Prix. Pretty terrible start to the weekend again for Charles Leclerc. He had a pretty poor weekend out in the last British GP. Now we're back here again. He's having another pretty terrible time. So, yeah, not great. So, both McLarens leading the way so far. Piastri and Norris and Verstappen all in that top 3. Ourselves in P4, Russell P5, Hamilton, Schumacher, Sainz, Ansley, and Albon all in that top 10 and through to Q3. Leaving us in Q2 will be Charles Leclerc, Gasly, Stroll, Bottas, Lawson, and Perez all knocked out in the second session. So, yeah, Leclerc will be dropping 5 more places with that penalty. What was it actually for? Some sort of impeding, I guess. Illegal blocking. No idea what's happened there, but he has got a 5-place grid penalty for impeding, I guess. All right, well, on to Q3. Leclerc definitely bottling at the moment. Yeah, he's just taking after his real life self. It's all good. Bayern Munich were robbed. I mean, I think PSG probably would have gone on to win that tie regardless, but yeah, some of the decisions that game were not great, were they? Not great whatsoever. Right, let's jump onto the same tire we just did that lap with. It's only on 7% right now, which isn't too shabby. So let's jump onto that tire. We'll do our first lap with that, and then we'll jump onto a fresh tire for our final lap of Q3 as well. And that will be the decisive lap to hopefully get us into a good position at the end. Can't even say anything else about me because it's true. I mean, yeah, it wasn't great, was it? The fact that Verstappen was on much older tires than he was and didn't have that issue is quite wild. But, yeah, it was not great from Leclerc. I mean, honestly, I feel like it's not actually spoken about enough how much of a bottler Leclerc has actually become over the years. He's not really been in, like, many title fights or anything, but the amount of times he's been in, like, a good position in a race and he's just completely thrown it, it's starting to stack up, man. I'm not gonna lie. Considering the slack that Lando Norris gets for that exact sort of stuff, Charles Leclerc seems to evade it. I hate my walking boot, can't sim race. Just use the clutch pedal as a brake instead or something. Or accelerator. Jazz, thank you for mate. Appreciate it. A lot of it is Ferrari, though. I don't disagree. But I still think that, you know, it shouldn't go unnoticed. There's no doubt that Ferrari have definitely held back Leclerc, but I think it's also important that if we're going to criticize Ferrari for holding him back, then it's also fair that we have to criticize Leclerc when he's held himself back at times. And the guy is like, how old is Leclerc now? 28? He's been in the sport for 8 years now or something. And he's still making mistakes that you would expect a rookie to make. 8 years into his Formula 1 career. It's not great. And I rate Leclerc, I really do. I think Leclerc on raw pace is one of the quickest on the grid. But his mistakes, like, time and time again, have cost him. Alright, here we go. First lap Q3 on an older set. Pushing it hard to that first sector. Won't be purple, but hopefully it's competitive. Oh, God. Oh, that was not good. Oh, that was bad. (24.6) for Lewis Hamilton. 24.5 for Carlos Sainz there as well. Carlos Sainz on provisional pole. But you should see if he can hold that. Come on. Cross the line we go. 25.3, P7. Oh, God. This default setup is holding us back, man. It really is. This default setup is really, really making this difficult right now. We are in P7 after our first lap. Granted, that was an old tire. The right side was on 15 and 12%, but Max Verstappen has just done a 24.1, which is 1.2 seconds faster than us. Vince is cringing every time he crosses the line, because I know what's coming. And there's nothing I can do about it.
Okay, we've only got one.
We are all witness to the default setup shenanigans right now. You've got a solo 10 hours of Nürburgring this month. There's a 6 hours of Spa on LMU next weekend. Debating whether I do that solo this time or not. I did Imola solo, and we did alright to be fair. We got P4. But I'm debating whether I do Spa solo this time. Do you think that Leclerc's peaked in 22? I mean, that was probably like his better or best season out of all of his, you know, seasons so far. Again, difficult to really say if it's going to be a peak, but it'd be a shame if it was. Oops. Forgot where the penalty was. You could say it peaked in 2019 at this point. I mean, it is kind of sad that the only memory we really have of Leclerc doing well is literally Crofty's commentary of him saying he won in Spa, he wins in Monza. That's like the only real big moment I can think of when it comes to Charles Leclerc. Maybe you could argue like his pole positions in Baku and stuff like that, but I feel like it doesn't really... Oh, yeah, I guess it's Monaco win as well. Yeah, fair point. I guess it's Monaco win as well. But I feel like outside of that, like, there's not really much to shout about, is there, when it comes to Leclerc, which is... It does feel like a bit of a waste, really. Given that, you know, he was such a promising talent and stuff. Russell v. Leclerc, who is better? I'd probably say Russell, but what I've always said about Charles Leclerc is on pure raw pace, he is the fastest on the grid. If you put them all in the same car over one lap, I think Charles Leclerc would come out on top. But I also think his consistency has always been his biggest weakness, which is quite a big problem. What preset sub you want? Increased top speed, which is the second one to the right. I can't even show it now, but yeah, we're on increased top speed, whatever 12 wings is. In my opinion, he's still the second best driver from the grid behind Max. I don't think I can agree with that anymore. I think I could have agreed with that in the past in some times, but I think right now I don't think I could agree with that. Do you think it's a him problem on consistency of the team? Both, to be honest. I think he has shown that he does still make silly mistakes, i.e. the one in Miami, literally on the weekend. But there are times where his team and strategy do let him down quite a lot, so... I don't get why there's hate on Lando, Vince. The hate on Lando, honestly, kind of deprives from himself, really. I think Lando has, in interviews and stuff, he's always been very... What's the right word to use here? Like, do you remember that Hungary race where Lewis Hamilton went up to him and said, "You guys are quick"? And Lando had a really sort of narcissistic response in just saying, "Oh, you had a quick car many years ago." Like, I feel like he's got a very fragile kind of ego in a way, if that makes sense. As soon as someone questions it, it just breaks. It's very odd. I don't know how to exactly describe it. But I also think a lot of the Lando hate does sort of come from the fact that he's succeeding, or has succeeded. People will hate just because a driver does well. How many times we've seen that in the past? We saw Hamilton go through it. We saw Vettel go through it. We saw Verstappen go through it. Every driver who is doing well and succeeding gets hate. It's just like... It's how it is sometimes, you know? But I think a lot of the time, unfortunately for Lando, he did kind of bring it onto himself at times. I also think Verstappen brought it onto himself at times as well with some of the moves that sometimes make during a race and things that people didn't like. So, right, sit out on track. Do I want to load the fuel, actually? 2.7. All right.
All clear the garage, please. Cars ready to leave.
Spoiled brat comes to mind. I suppose that's one way of putting it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think, like... I think every F1 driver is always going to have some sort of ego about them. You know? They're all going to be quite arrogant, in a sense. That's... At the end of the day, I think they're entitled to that arrogance, you know? They're considered the best 20 drivers in the world. If you're in Formula 1, that's typically what you're considered as. So I think if you're going to be the top 20 driver in the world, you're going to have a level of arrogance about it. You know, that's an ego right there. It's just how it is. I think if we were all in F1, we probably would be having some sort of ego about it too. I don't think that's sort of like unnatural in a way. Let me just say, I don't think the current 20 we have are the best 20 in the world, but they're generally considered the best 20 in the world, if that makes sense. Seeing as we always say that F1 is the pinnacle of motorsport and stuff like that, if you're going to drive in a series where... I've got to say 22 now. Yeah, you're right. I've got to say 22, not even 20. I have tires. Tires looking good. All right, here we go. Final 50 seconds of the session. Everyone else has started their lap. We have got McLaren staying in the pits. I'd assume that's probably Oscar Piastri. But here we go to the line, and let's start our final qualifying lap of the day. Can we try and push towards that front row? We're going to need a lot of luck for it. Let's see what we can do. Oh, Jesus. That's not going to help. I'm already 4 tenths down. (24-1) for Max Verstappen. We are not going to get near a 24-1, that's for sure. Would F1 ever do a rush track IRL? No. It is not safe at all. I mean, we have actually found some time here, to be fair. But it's going to be nowhere near enough to get us where we want to be. Here we go through the final 2 corners across the line. We are 3 tenths up. It's a 25-1. It's going to be P8. Oh, good God. That is tough. One of our worst qualifying performances so far, understandably, with this setup. And we are just under a second away from Max Verstappen for pole position. I mean, we lost 4 tenths in the first sector. Had we have not lost the 4 tenths, we would have been in the top 5, to be fair. So, yeah, that big mistake at turn 2 unfortunately cost us quite a lot. And P8 is where we'll start for the British Grand Prix. Max Verstappen then on pole position. Lewis Hamilton in second. Carlos Sainz. Wow, great lad from Carlos Sainz. Then Williams going P3. Is joined by Michael Schumacher on the second row. Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri on the third row. Russell and ourselves on the fourth. And then Anthony and Alex Albon on the fifth and final row of Q3 as well. But that will do it, ladies and gentlemen, for qualifying here in Silverstone. P8. Disaster qualifying for ourselves. Hopefully, we can try and pick up some more pace in the Grand Prix. That is it for qualifying. Oh, boy. Have I got to cash out, have I? Okay, 1 second. What safety issues are there, though? The severe lack of runoff. The marshal posts. All the curbing, all the signage has to be redone as well. There's a lot that has to be done. I don't think you realize how much thought process in terms of safety has to go into F1. Will Barry qualify top 7 for the race? The answer was no. We are P8 for this Grand Prix. Then there you go. There's the points paid out. I did watch yesterday's game, yeah. I did. Yeah, literally Barry is sticking out the wrong way as well. I mean, look at Monaco, for example. At that chicane, they literally have a massive opening at the chicane, and they would have to, like, completely redo that barrier to try and, you know, make accidents less bad there. Granted, it'll be a slow-speed corner, but either way, yeah. Yeah, you literally have to treat it like it's a brand new track in terms of safety. I would be shocked if we ever saw a reverse race in F1. Very shocked. I think realistically, the only track that might be able to do it would probably be street tracks. Because they already, like, a lot of the barriers are already set in place anyway. So, they'd be the most realistic ones. But even some street tracks can be way too sketchy anyway. Yeah. You have no tickets for Budapest? Me getting a ticket for Budapest? Hell no. There's probably like a 0.001% chance that'd happen. Glizzy, thank you that follow me. Appreciate it. Welcome in as well. How's it going, Dana? Welcome in too. Could you imagine a Baku reverse? Yeah. Going out of the S section and they literally have a wall straight in your face. To be fair, I mean, quite a lot of the times there are walls straight in your face anyway in Baku, but yeah. But yeah, the only places realistically that might happen, maybe Monaco could maybe do it, but yeah, again, a lot of things would need revisiting, like tire barrier placement and all that sort of stuff to try and comfort some of the crashes a bit more compared to if they were in the normal way round, so. Back in reverse would make the pit entry safer. True. Very true. That pit entry is scary in the normal way round. Right. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Time for the reverse British Grand Prix. We had the normal way round yesterday, and we did quite well, all things considered. But this time around, we're going in reverse, and we have got a pretty big twist to the tail for this weekend. We have been forced to use a default setup in this race. The wheel decided that we have to use a preset setup. We've chosen increased top speed, which isn't doing too bad, all things considered, but we start P8 for this Grand Prix. Our quality pace was not there whatsoever. So fingers crossed in the Grand Prix, our race pace might be better than our quality pace. But P8 is where we start right now. And this is how the Drivers' Championship is looking heading into this second Grand Prix here in Silverstone as well. We currently lead Lando Norris by 43 points heading into this Silverstone GP. That gap has come down by 10 points after the first race out in Silverstone, where he got P1, we got P3, something more like that, and he'll be back on our tail in no time. So, yeah, very keen to see what will happen at this time around. 20th in Monaco, what happened? We binned it towards the end. We got classified, but we actually retired 5 laps towards the end. So, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. While the race loads up, I'm going to go take a quick toilet break. If you guys require a drink or a snack, now's your chance to do so. And then we'll be back in a few moments' time, ready for 52 laps of racing action here in Silverstone. Reverse.
Welcome everyone as you join us at a former Second World War aircraft base, now converted into one of the great motor racing tracks. Britain is one of only 2 countries to have held a Grand Prix in every year of the Formula One World Championship, and long may that continue. This is Silverstone, and this is the British Grand Prix. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. World champion Max Verstappen starts from pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Sainz, Michael Schumacher, Lando Norris, and Piastri, Russell, Wang, Antonelli, and Alex Albon, Gasly, Stroll, Valtteri Bottas, and Lawson, Leclerc, Esteban Ocon, and Nico Hulkenberg, Hadjar, Behrman, Colapinto, and Gabriel Bortoleto rounds off the grid. With preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track. And alongside me today, former Formula One driver and former world champion too. See, told you I'll give you a big intro. Anthony Davidson, hello. So we're getting close to the start of the race. What will this driver be experiencing? Big nerves, big excitement, what?
Always extra nerves at the start of the race, Coffee. Probably at the start of the race, it's where your heart rate's at its highest in anticipation. And you've got to be in the right mindset. You've got to be thinking there inside the car, what can go right? How can I be opportunistic rather than what can go wrong? And how do I protect my position? Look forward and stay positive. It's easy to say, very hard to do when you're in that position.
All right. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. P8 is where we start.
I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
Unfortunately, no one in front of us had penalties, so we don't bump up any positions for free. I think I saw Leclerc was a little further down than we thought, though, right? 8th and 16th? Was it 16th? And then, he's P16, okay. So he did qualify P11, but with a 5-place grid penalty, he dropped down to P16. But I thought I saw him a little bit further down, but he's all good down there. Right, so let's have a look at strategies for today, shall we? So we are using the balanced allocation. So does that mean we'll do a medium hard or something? Or medium hard, medium? Let's settle like this real quick. I think a soft tire is going to wear out too quickly. I don't think I like the idea of doing that. But let's see what we can do with this. 16 each of the mediums. How do you learn to drive without the racing line? Many hours of practice on each track. It takes a lot of learning, understanding reference points and all sorts, but, yeah, it's a lot of practice. I think a one-stop, unfortunately, is going to be a bit too slow, really. I also think the wear is going to be a bit too much on the one-stopper as well. We've got to remember, we are on a default strategy here, default setup, sorry, which does amplify the tire wear even more on the tires, so I think realistically, we're probably looking at a 2-stop here. Let's lower the fuel down as well before I forget that. We'll set the fuel to 50 laps. That should be perfect, I think. Probably could even go lower, but just to be safe. Oh, the lowest I can go, the lowest I can go is 50.7. Okay, fair enough. We'll do that then. That should be fine. 1.3 laps lower. We should be okay with that. Yeah, I think medium, hard, medium most likely is going to be the strategy for today, I think. Not too sure that AI will do. Some of them might try a 2-stop, but... Well, most of them should do a 2-stop, actually. We might see 1 or 2 do a 1-stop, though. Medium, hard, medium, you reckon? Yeah, I think so as well. I think if any AI are going to 2-stop, they'll probably do like a medium, medium, hard or something. I think I saw someone softs, though, right? Yeah, we have got a lot of drivers on soft tires. Verstappen, Hamilton, Norris, all on softs. Pretty much almost everyone behind us on soft tires there as well. P11 downwards. Yeah, I'm happy to start medium tires. We do have a spare soft tire if we want it. I just think the wear is going to be way too difficult to manage with it, so... The race the other day, AI did a soft medium, did they? Yeah, we've got a bit of a mix-up here. We've got some on mediums, but a lot on soft, so maybe they'll do a double soft. It sounds like something the AI would do, to be fair. Do you post on YouTube like a series? All of these races do get uploaded to my YouTube, yep. They're basically full VOD uploads in a way. I take it from the start of qualifying all the way to in the race, and they get uploaded to YouTube, so... Most of the videos are like 2 to 3 hours long, but you can enjoy that at your own pace. Cool. Right, I'm happy to go that strategy then. Right. This is going to be interesting, isn't it? What do we do for our prediction here in Silverstone? Yeah, that's a tough question, isn't it? Top 5, you reckon? I was thinking something like the top 5. I mean, Carlos Sainz in P3, you'd imagine he's going to drop down, right? Verstappen's probably going to retire once again. Podium, top 5, top 10, beat both McLarens. I think we'll struggle against both the McLarens. They've got the best car on the grid, so being 5th and 6th is not good for them. We could do a bit of a multi-choice though. We could do podium 4th to 6th, and then 7th and below. How does that sound? Something like that. Bold one could be Ferrari versus Williams. To be fair, I mean, the Williams are 3rd and 10th. The Ferraris are 8th and 16th. So there is quite a big difference there. It's hard to overstate, so Carlos could stay 3rd. Possibly. But you'd imagine with McLaren having the best car, they should get up the field a little bit. But who knows? Who knows? I think I like the idea of doing a multi-choice. A podium at 4th to 7th. 4th to 6th, sorry. And then 7th and below. And that could be a good one. What's the challenge for today? We have to use a default setup. Just like we did in Austria. We're using the increased top speed one. So the wings are 12-12. But the car feels so damn stiff and heavy. It's like the biggest problem with the car when default setup. What up, Dewey? How's it going, mate? Are we working on that mod? So are we happy with doing the multi-choice? Oh, let's go, Dewey. 3 better as well. Love to see it. Congrats, man. Think we need that from when change the stop, so I say we allow it. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. If it feels fine, maybe we'll allow it. But, yeah, we'll see. We good? Perfect. All right. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time to get ourselves ready and underway for the British Grand Prix. Our 2nd British Grand Prix in a row as well. Last time we were the normal way round, and we finished P3, which wasn't all too bad, given the challenge we had there with the full wet race and doing a 3-stop. That was not easy, but we did well. But we've got a completely different challenge today. We've got a full dry race, and we have to do the entire race with a default setup, which so far in qualifying has felt pretty abysmal. We finished P8 in qualifying. Fingers crossed we can try and get a better result in the Grand Prix compared to the qualifying. Today's prediction will be top 3, 4th to 6th, 7th or below. That'll be your multi-choice. This is a strategy for today as well. We are most likely going to do a 2-stop starting on the mediums, going to hards for 20, and then finishing up on the mediums once again. That'll be our strategy for today's Grand Prix. But make sure you get predictions up in the chat in a moment's time. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for 52 laps once again here in Silverstone. Ladies and gentlemen, the prediction is up right now over on the purple side. Where does Berry finish for today's Grand Prix? Will it be on the podium? Will it be 4th to 6th? Or will it be 7th and below? Get your predictions up right now for the reverse British Grand Prix.
Let's get this.
Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the British Grand Prix, but we're doing it in a reverse this time around. We line up in P8 for this Grand Prix. Not the best qualifying, unfortunately, from ourselves, only starting in P8, but I think with the default setup, that was most likely always going to happen. So the challenge is very much alive and real in today's Grand Prix, and we'll have our work cut out for us. We nearly got to back up Piastri that. Probably would have ghosted anyway, but 0.3 in the park in there as well. Good stuff. Matthew, thank you much for the 2 months of Twitch Prime so I did. I appreciate that. Hoping it again, man. Appreciate the 2 months. Here we go then. Rest of the grid lining up then for 52 laps of racing action here in Silverstone. It's 5 red lights. It's lights out, away we go for the second British Grand Prix in a row. Russell tried to cover us off early there, but did not get anywhere near ahead of us there as Schumacher and Piastri almost clash wheels through the opening corner. We've got the left-hand side, Russell on the right-hand side as we go through turn 3. We should have the exit, and we're past George Russell into P7 early on here as Piastri and Schumacher now try and go too wide with each other at the top of the hill. Will go down the hangar straight for the first time. Schumacher tries to go defensive. Will go the inside line. We're on the right-hand side down towards Beckett. We're trying to go up the inside of Piastri, who holds it together as Schumacher goes crawling back to the inside. Gets a big wobble on the car, though. And now we understeer through the grass on the right-hand side of Magnussen, Beckett, and Russell is back through us again. Oh, man, going too wide through there on heavy fuel was definitely not the right idea, and that has put us back down to P8 again. Thankfully, got no damage, but a chance to go into P5, and then we're swiftly back down to where we started in 8th place. So it's all kicking off early on here as we try and power through the grid, but yeah, back to where we started. It's not really what we wanted, but we'll try and stay competitive with these guys in front here. It's clear we've got some okay enough pace. Just got to make sure we prove that. Come on. Yeah, the challenge for today was we had to use a default setup for this Grand Prix. So we're using the increased top speed one. I don't want to burn up too much battery early on here either. On to lap 2 we go. That chaotic first lap comes to an end. So we'll try and reel ourselves a little bit closer to George Russell. 30S not really going to be too useful right now either as we get a big pull of understeer down towards the hangar straight. Lewis up to P1. Yeah, it's got a big gap already as well, isn't it? Look on the track, maybe you can see he's got a bit of a gap. Oh my God, bro, I cannot turn the car through Magnussen Beckett's whatsoever. That was better for the exit that time at least, but the understeer there was more like chundersteer. That's a big old lift through Cops there as well. There's a bit of a gaggle going on for P2 up here as well. I think they're 2, maybe nearly 3 wide heading into this hairpin. We try and get an exit out from here and maybe try and close up the gap to Russell a little bit. 7/10 the gap at the moment. No DRS on this straight in the reverse layout because this right-hander here isn't flat right now, but once the car gets a bit lighter, we'll start doing that quite easily. Look at everyone holding each other up here as Russell gets caught up in it too. That really brings us back onto the rear end of George Russell as we complete the second lap of the day. And on to lap 3 we go. Lewis Hamilton is taking the field by storm right now, really, in the lead of this race. So see if I'm back at the moment. Vincent default sub did not work well together. Well, to be fair, we did win the Austria race at least. But I think it's safe to say we're probably not going to win this one at the moment. Couple of 2 wides in front of us. There we go. It's a little bit early in the brakes that time. That got the car rotating a lot nicer through Maggots. Sorry, through Beckett's, actually. I'm going to think about Maggots and Beckett's in reverse. It's more like Beckett's and Maggots in, on this layout. Got to rewind my brain a little bit for this track. Try and focus on the exit here. Those soft tires of Verstappen don't seem to be doing a lot right now, do they? who's just dropped back really in the down the order. I think Lando Norris currently in second place, which isn't ideal for ourselves. Obviously, Lando Norris is kind of our rival for the Drivers' Championship. We've still got a decent points gap to him, but him finishing P2 and us finishing P8 would not be good whatsoever. That would be a big points haul in his favor. And Piastri has just gone fast as well, 29.3, 30.2 for ourselves.
Start being a little conservative with the remaining fuel, please.
As we go through the opening corners once again.
The car coast to the braking points.
If we did both free-stop and presets the same track, which one do you think would be harder? Probably this one. Mainly because I'm less familiar with the reverse layout. I mean, the front right tire after 3 laps is already on 10%. That's quite concerning. That is not something we would have wanted to see. We have broke 1.4 seconds to Antonelli as well, so he will not have DRS on us. Schumacher is trying to attack Verstappen up here as well. Really want to try and get through this little pack here, but it's not possible at the moment. Unless we can try and sweep around the outside George Russell. This would be a great move if we can pull that off, but we do not have the grip on the exit there, and in fact, that's probably hurt us more than anything. As Russell now pulls away from us through the exit. They are quite slow through this section, aren't they? You can see how close we get to that Mercedes rear wing through that sequence. Then again on the exit, they just pull away again, so... On to lap number 5.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 4.6 seconds.
Oh, man. Just like, you can see how heavy the car is. Schumacher gets a little bit of a snap on the entry to the hangar straight. Will Russell try and have a go? He's getting closer, but too far back.
For now, everything's looking good.
The top 4 are kind of running away here, really, aren't they? Because of this traffic back here. And we are very much in the middle of it as well. Cobbs is so difficult in reverse, man. Wow. And the lack of runoff makes it very awkward. The runoff is grass, so if you miss the to go over that curb, it's kind of GG, really. Sometimes still hanging on, though, for Verstappen in P4. Carlos Sainz is still P3 as well. Sainz having a good race so far. But I'm very much sort of just stuck in this position, aren't I? I'm not really able to get close enough to Russell to make any moves. We're breaking away from Antonelli, which is great, but... So the guys in front of us, I'm not really able to get much closer than I already am, which isn't too useful. I'd like to think that Verstappen soft tires are going to start struggling shortly. But knowing what the AI's like, it's probably not going to happen. Not for a while, at least. Bro set up sector 3. Yeah, sector 3 seems to be one of the strongest. Everywhere else, we're a little bit slower at the moment. I don't know how Verstappen is holding this position. Ooh. Ran up the red side of the curb there, but we're good. DRS again. Yeah, the DRS on the reverse layout goes down here instead. We don't see DRS on the normal track through that sequence. Just gave Russell a little bit of a love tap there through the exit. Come on, where's the opening? I'm looking for a way to try and get through this lot, but I cannot find a way at the moment. That was probably a little bit too much inside curve there. They're being a little bit passive in front of me, aren't they? Hamilton has had the little group behind him catch up to him. So Hamilton might lose out P1 shortly. But like the AI to spin tires, I have a bad lap, bad entry more often. They are a bit too perfect lap after lap. Yeah, I mean, sometimes we see them having like little spins and stuff, but in terms of... They don't really have like small errors or anything, do they? You might sometimes see them have a little slide or something, but... Yeah, they are very consistent, aren't they? I would like to see the AI making more mistakes outside the race, to be honest. We never really see the AI make mistakes in qualifying or practice. I'd like to see that more often. They seem more like Lando yesterday. Oh my god. Or like me here, apparently. Jesus. I just got a huge whiff of dirty air or something there. The car was not turning in for that first right-hander at all. Want to lock in here to make sure we get back in DRS. That's going to cost us a good bit at the moment. Went steaming over the grass to the left-hand side. I think I might be a little bit too far back for DRS here. Here I am, aren't I? I was briefly back within a second, but I have now lost DRS to top 7. That's not good. Got to try and earn that back. I don't see crashes in your save. No, we don't really get a lot of crashes. You'll sometimes see the very odd AI mistake where they have a spin or something like that. But in terms of having incidents and crashes, very rare that happens. Very, very rare. I do remember in Zandvoort last season, we did see that very wild crash on the main straight. Bro got a new steering wheel? Nope. I've had this steering wheel for the last few years. I probably am due an upgrade, though, at some point. There we go, back within. DRS or Russell. Made up for that mistake, good stuff. Same stuff indeed.
Less than 1 second now, well done. Let's try and get past in the DRS zone.
I've had the same equipment for a while now.
We're expecting. We've got a new strategy available on your MFD if you want it. Gap
What they're saying.
Teammate behind, 6.8 seconds.
What's that strategy saying? Let's have a look.
Got that confirmed.
Mark thinks a medium soft.
Okay, Russell's ahead. We don't want to let this hold us up too long, so do your best to get past.
Oh, great. Here we go again. We wanted to try and get past Russell. I will try my best, but... Yeah, he said the tire wear is too high. Let's change strategy. And gives me a less durable tire. Cheers, Mark. Appreciate that, man. Can tell we're driving in a Ferrari. What free racing games do you recommend? I can't even name one free racing game, to be honest with you. Am I a Max fan? I am indeed. Assetto Corsa? Don't think that's free, is it? Assetto Corsa is a fairly cheap game at least, but I don't think it's free. Oh my god, again, the understeer there again with that dirty air. They're all free on PC if, and commit slightly legal acts. Yeah, if you definitely choose to not go with the piracy option, which I will never and cannot endorse. Real Racing 3 was free until it no longer existed. Yeah, I think they shut down the service for that recently, right? Yeah, you'd do well to find a good free racing game, really. But like I said, I couldn't even name one that even is free. Maybe there is that, there's that F1, is it F1 Clash on mobile? I don't even think you do the racing, though, do you? How much did I like ACC? ACC was a good game. Very decent game. I put a lot of hours into it. Okay, they're really slow in this right-hander. Have you ever been told you like Sen Lemons? I have no idea who that is, sorry. Never heard the guy in my life. F1 Clash you're managing? Yeah. It's still classified as a racing game, but you're not really the driver. He's the Man U goalkeeper? I thought that was Andre Onana. I thought that was Edwin van der Sar. Yeah, these guys are getting much better exits than me right now. Don't speak such blasphemy.
Okay.
I thought Andre Onana was a legend at United. I thought you guys loved him. Y'all loved Andre Onana, I'm pretty sure. Oh, Schumacher and Russell going too wide. Russell on the outside. Schumacher's going to try and find it back on the inside. He did have a bit of a poor exit out of Cops, and I wonder if Russell was going to make the most of that as Russell goes sliding a little bit through the right-hander, and they do avoid contact, but Schumacher stays ahead for the time being. And Tola's getting a little bit closer now because of this battle as well. We've got yellow flags somewhere on the track around us. And, oh, there we go. There's Carlos Sainz spun around. That might be a safety car. It is. I'm in.
Okay,
I am boxing.
Don't worry about the target now.
It's a little bit early, but that's a good time to bolt on a fresh set of tyres.
Okay, we're more or less into the pit.
Maybe a little bit earlier than we thought or wanted, but it's a good time to get a pair of new boots on.
Charles is in the pits.
Oh, the top 8 all got caught up behind the centre car as well. Oh, this is perfect.
That was a fantastic start.
Absolutely perfect. Carlos Sainz is having a great Grand Prix. He was running at that top end of the field the entire time. And now he's dropped back a lot. I think we'll actually come out ahead of him too. He didn't box for whatever reason.
Okay, one stop to go. Just one stop.
Yeah, we are ahead of him. Nice. Beautiful. Wow, okay. So if the top 8 aren't going to box then, we're technically P1 right now. Technically.
Confirmed.
Mark wants to go on lap 30 for the last medium tyre, but I don't think we'll do that. All right. Safety car on lap 12, early into this Grand Prix. And that is a welcome safety car as well. A nicely timed one. All things considered. And now we'll try and catch back up to the pack. No delta is great. Yep. Allows to really close up to that pack as much as possible. They might. Some of them might still box. Let's see what happens here. We'll definitely be ahead of them if they do box. But let's see if they do or not. Well, we're with the pack. Let's see. Anyone going to box? Keep an eye on anyone diving left. And everyone is in. Which means, ladies and gentlemen, we will lead the British Grand Prix.
Slow down, slow down. Your delta's negative, which means you go
Oh,
too
wow.
fast.
We have absolutely cheesed this, haven't we? Alex Albon is the man behind us. Bottas, Lawson, Gasly as well. I think everyone has pit here, right?
Okay, we're coming up to the
Oh, this
safety
is
car
beautiful.
now. Do not pass it. You are the leader. Follow
That
the
pit
safety
stop
car.
timing was fantastic for us. The good cars will have traffic. Exactly. They're going to come out the pits in a moment, and look how far behind they are. That was absolutely beautiful.
There are 39 laps of fuel remaining. 39 laps.
To be fair, do you know what? I don't think I can actually blame the AI too much for that. Because some of them had already passed the pit entry when their safety car came out. So they got stuck behind the safety car. So it's either they stay out on 12-lap-old soft tires, or they go to the back with a brand new medium or soft or whatever tire. I think, honestly, they were actually in a pretty difficult position there, so I can't actually blame them too much. But yeah, look at that top 5 right now. Ourselves P1, Albon P2, Bottas P3, Lawson and Gasly in the top 5 right now as well. Good Lord. Frame it. Hang it in the Louvre. Iconic. British fans in shambles as Hamilton goes down to 8th. I think he goes lower than 8th, doesn't he? Hold on, let's have a quick look at this grid order, shall we? I think this car might be coming in, but I want to have a quick look at this grid order. Dude, look at that top 10. Oh, look at that top 10. Double Cadillac points with one on the podium. We've got a Haas in P7. Hamilton is all the way down in P20. Piastri's P19. Russell's P17. Verstappen and Schumacher in 15th and 16th as well. Good God. Yeah, we'll do a mission save while we're here. That is outrageous. Absolutely outrageous.
Okay, the safety.
All right, we got to try and get a good runaway here, haven't we?
Facing the field in sector 3.
Wait,
Make
is
sure
Bottas
to
on a
respect
fresh
the filter
soft?
until the safety car
I think he
leaves
is,
the
right?
lane.
I think everyone behind us on our fresh tire. Did anyone not pit? Gotta wait for that safety car to head to the pits, then we can launch away. Sights, maybe? Not sure. I think he might have hit. Right, let's go. I went quite early there, but I think it might work out.
Okay, clear.
Nice, that worked out really nicely, actually. The AI is so bad with their restarts. That makes life a lot easier for us. We're on the hard tire, though, so we probably will be a bit slow at the moment. Especially while they get up to temperature. But we do lead the pack on lap 14. Here in Silverstone. We'll see if Albon tries to go for a move soon.
Tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them.
I mean, these hard tires, I very much doubt go to the end, neither will they. So we will have to stop again. But the same can be said for everyone else here, I think. How'd you get all the new teams and stuff added? We're using mods. You can download them from overtake.gg. Wow, that link right there. Albon trying to get a little bit closer again.
So that's 38 laps of fuel remaining.
Bottas still holding on to P3 right now. Hear me out, take out Albon and let Bottas run away. I am never hearing bro out again. Albon's got some pace right now, though, to be fair. Bottas hanging on in there too. We've got yellow flags further down the grid. Is that Carlos Sainz? There's no way Carlos Sainz about to retire.
Enable DRS. DRS is now online.
Wait, is he? What's going on down there? Wait, has he got a puncture? There's no way. I think he got a puncture. Hey, Carlos Sainz is going through it right now, bruh. Spun out earlier on, causing a safety car, dropped the back of the grid, and now he's got a puncture just a few laps later as well. This has been a disaster race for him. All right, here comes Albon. Albon is quick right now, to be fair. Where's he going to go? Is he going to try and go up the inside? He had a little look, but didn't really commit to it. Yeah, if I was Sainz, I'd be long gone from this race right now. My head would be on Pluto. Is everyone on subs right now? I think so. I'm actually not too sure, but everyone in the top 5 other than ourselves, of course, is on soft tire. So right now we probably are going to be like a little bit slower compared to soft tires, but as long as we are competitive, we'll be okay. These tires at the moment do feel a bit understeery. 30.3 is our last lap time. Audi have the 2026 liveries. We are using mods. Only available on PC. We got a big old train behind us right now, man. All aboard the Vince train. Have your tickets ready for inspection. At the moment, we're holding on, though. Dude, there is deadass about, like, at least 10 cars in this train. Look at the map. This goes so far back. Ring middle sector. Will this be a PB or is it going to be a little bit too far away? Let's see. Across the line we go. 29.8. It's a new PB.
We have teammate by 2.6 seconds.
Train makes it hard for the fast guys to overtake. Definitely, yeah. It's a big old DRS train right now. I mean, I'm sure at some point it might split up a little bit, but at the moment we are conducting this train perfectly.
We want to keep them behind, please. It's critical for our race.
I'm working on it, Mark. I am working on it. Bottas already starting to drop off a little bit. Come on. 29.3 for Carlos Sainz. At least got the fast lap, right? Now I can retire happy. Poor dudes. We're all proud of Carlos around here. He makes us very proud. Come on. To 9.7, another new PB. Starting to find our groove a little bit, I think. I don't want to jinx it. But back-to-back PBs is a good sign. What's the tire we're saying so far? Let's have a look. Dude, that front right is a problem. 11% already. This track in reverse now loves to burn up that front right tire. I think you might consider another stop. Oh, 100% we're stopping again. There's no doubt about it. We are not getting to the end on this tire. But we've still got so far to go, so I'm not overly surprised that I'm saying that. It's through the high speeds. Yeah, of course, but I think more my point is I don't notice the difference there as much in the normal way rounds. Those gaps are starting to open up a little bit at the top. Although, as I say, that Bottas did gain on Albon again there. Come on. Not many overtakes happening on track right now either. Oh, man, I did break away from Albon by that 1 second there, but I just ran it wide on the exit. Caught the gravel. That was a really good first set up until then as well. Is this modded? Yes, this is. I really need to try and recharge some battery as well, but... I'm kind of in two minds whether I recharge it and allow him to get a bit closer, or I try and burn it and break away from that 1 second, but... I think given where the tyres are right now, I think getting away is going to be very difficult to do. So I'll try and find a nice balance, really. Oh, 1 second's Albon again. Come on. Lawson is over a second behind Bottas as well. Their gaps are starting to form now. .4, beautiful. Got the gravel again a little bit there, but nowhere near as much as last time. And Alex Albon does not have DRS on us down the hangar straight. These tyres are starting to come alive now compared to the softs, I think. And this is the time we've got to try and run away a little bit, I think. We've got about 2 seconds between P3 and P4 now as well. So the gap's starting to open up. Now it's the Lawson train, yep. The Lawson train should be quite slow. So I wonder if we'll see any passes for that small train. Or smaller train, I should say. Albon's actually under a lot of pressure from Bottas right now. Bottas doing all right, to be fair to him. I think strategies are going to be really interesting from here on. I don't see the soft tyres staying out for a huge amount of time compared to us. But I really like what we're doing so far. Weston Sainz retired yet? Bro's still believing. He's still believing.
No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving.
Yeah, Bottas doing really well at the moment. Like I say, he's broken that DRS to Lawson too, which is great for him. At the moment, this is net position, don't forget, chat. This is currently net position. So Valtteri Bottas, as it stands, will be on the podium. But we also have another 31 laps to go. So I think it's still quite unlikely. But we'll keep believing for him. We'll keep believing. And he's keeping up with Albon as well. I mean, that's crazy. That Williams has actually looked pretty quick this weekend. And the fact he's keeping up with him is nuts. Nearly misjudged that final corner. Yep, a caddy being P3 is definitely a possibility. Not Lucas, not Kurt. We've actually got a good bit of battery in the tank now as well, so managed to do a little bit of recharging. Good God, that was some horrendous understeer. There's not really many overtakes happening down the order, though, is there? Okay, I'm getting a lot of understeer again now. Have I hit a bit of a wall on these tires, something? 22%? Maybe. I mean, we've been on these tires for how long now? 11 laps? Front right's already at 22. 2% wear per lap on the front right tire on the hard is not ideal, really, is it? But we'll have to keep with it for now. Looks like a kind of Will of Doom spin. I think that's subjective. This setup was very slow in qualifying. We started P8. The only reason we are leading right now is literally because of a safety car. We were nowhere near the lead up until that safety car came out. And now all of a sudden we are flying away. I definitely think those soft tires have hit their limit though. Which is why we're still pulling away from Albon and Bottas and co. Yeah, all of these are net position. So we genuinely do have Valtteri Bottas in a Cadillac on course for a podium right now. But like I say, they're being very passive, the AI. They're not really making many overtakes up and down the grid. Yeah, Sainz not having a good time. There's McLaren stuck in P21. That will be Piastri, I think. He was the second McLaren, so... And lost a P4, yep.
Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy.
There we go. Now we can start doing that right-hander flat. It's a little bit late on the brakes, though, but good to know. Are we doing LMU after? We are indeed. There is some GT3 races at Le Mans, which should be quite interesting. Driving boats again? Yes, sir. Going from aerodynamical masterpieces of F1 cars to the literal boats of a GT3. It's a wild transition. Every prediction I did got completely rigged by that Sainz spin. Y'all are really accusing the predictions lately, huh? You guys are really locking in on the prediction rigging. The allegations will never be topped. I don't know why the 6 hours bar's always been on a Saturday. No idea. Tire wear? Tire wear is 28% on that front right now.
Oh, great stuff. You hit that target. Really good job.
Corner carting and off-track limits aren't as strict as F1. Yeah, they are a bit more relaxed, generally speaking, in endurance racing, World Endurance Championship, whatever. In the game on LMU, though, they basically, you don't have like a strike system like you do in F1. You basically have a point system. So the very light small cuts where you don't gain much from, you'll get like 0.25 points. I think the max is 3 points before you get a penalty. Depends on the race size, I think. Every race is slightly different depending on the length as to how many points it will be for a penalty. But yeah, the less serious ones will get smaller points for, and then the more serious offenses, you can get up to like 2 points, I think, for a single offense. So the points is basically once you hit the points limit, you get a penalty. So when you get 3 strikes in F1 in the game, you'll get a penalty. Once you get to 3 points in LMU, you'll get a penalty. It's just how those points are distributed.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 10.6 seconds.
Come on. I know it's your job, but you're not like bored playing this game. First of all, this isn't my job. I have a full-time job. This is just a hobby. Second of all, if I was bored of it, I wouldn't play it. Potentially 12 small infringements? Exactly, yeah. Whereas doing a small infringement in F1 would be 1 straight strike. It's much more strict than F1 compared to how LMU does it. I'm bored of this race. How do I fast forward it? We have to wait until pit stops. Patience, young Padawan. Double tapping and skipping 10 seconds. Hold the side of the screen when you go 2 times. Why is track limit penalty 3 seconds this game? I'm not really too sure. It's just how the game does it. The game is very different in terms of how it does the penalties anyway. I mean, in real life, you get 3 warnings, and then you get the black and white flag to basically say, don't do it again. And then if you do it a 4th time, then you get the penalty. In this game, it's just straight 3 strikes. The 3rd strike and you're out. You get the penalty. Charles would have been fine with the Miami LMU. Yeah, exactly. Vince loves baseball. Honestly, it's one of the very few baseball terms that I know. But I think that's kind of common knowledge anyway, to be honest. Albon has unfortunately broke away from Bottas, so the Bottas P2 tree might be dead. It might be in the water. I hate that feature. Sometimes I accidentally, I hold my phone, accidentally hold the screen and VX accelerates. Yep. I do that shit way too often. Hello, I love F1. Welcome to the club. Oh, Jesus. I might drop the brake bias a little bit here. I think that front brake bias at 55 is making it a little bit awkward now.
Tyre condition still looking good.
Gasly and Lawson next to each other on track, so flips bound to happen again. Yeah, kind of the wrong track for that, I think.
Seeing a lot of tire
Or maybe not, actually, to be fair. We've seen Zhou Guan Yu flip here. They probably are, JM. Soft tires? No way.
Less than 3.
Copy.
I'm going mediums, I think. Yo, Mizzo! Hello, buddy. Long time no see, my dude. Hope you're doing good, man. Appreciate the 30-month resub. Appreciate it, man. Favorite brand of crisps? McCoy's. I do like McCoy's a lot. Prism, thank you for following me. Appreciate it. Welcome in as well. We've seen Zhou flip here. Is that a double-sided joke? I don't get it. If it's a double-sided joke, I definitely missed it. Life has been busy. Hey, when isn't it, man? When isn't it? I've been doing good there, man. Okay, we've got some soft tires pitting now. Alex Albon has just boxed. Anyone else following him, or? At the moment, it's just him. Bottas P2, get the red flag out. Yeah, 9.4 seconds at the moment to Bottas. We've got 14 seconds to Lawson right now as well. This gap is cooked at the moment. I'm sometimes lurking, just I'm just a live message. I was under the assumption, to be fair. Well, I was hoping at least. I sometimes see on Steam you're playing a game with something, Mizzo, so don't worry. That enough is acknowledgement for me. Whatever the pasta shows are called, they're my fave. Conchigli, is it? Is that how you say it? Conchigli. Did Albon pit? He did, yeah. Yeah, he's on a new tire. I'm not too sure what tire, but he is on a new one. What am I pitting again? Bottas is in now. Lawson's in as well. Okay, we're starting to see some strategies unravel here. Charles Leclerc is up to P5. He's stuck behind Esteban Ocon, though.
Right, we've got some clear track in front of us, so let's make best use of it and make the next lap a quick one.
It feels wrong seeing Lawson in P3. Well, it's gone now. What's our pit lap? That's what I was just wondering. At the moment it says lap 36. That probably is okay, isn't it? 16 laps on medium tires, that's probably fine. I think we'll be okay with that. Pit lap 32, you reckon? I worry that 20 laps on mediums is a lot. What's this tire at right now? 42? Nah, to be fair, it's not great, is it? That front right tire is the primary issue on this damn track. Probably just the bronzes, I think, Root. And the timings might be a little bit too awkward, really, for the WEC experience. We'll see, though.
Oh, mate, great stuff. You hit that target. That sets us up nicely for the rest of this race.
We shall see. Also, I finally got the creator badge on LMU as well. It looks great next to me. I love it.
Charles is in for his stop now.
It wasn't great on mediums at 12 laps when we pit. Yeah, we were doing okay on it, though. I think it's just proof that we probably can do 16 laps. It won't be pretty, but we can do it. Okay, I think pretty much almost every soft tire driver has pit now. Lando Norris is 26 seconds back, which is about the length of a pit stop. So keep an eye on him and see if he gets past Colapinto, and then we'll see if he starts putting some time on us. But we've got to try and stay out a little bit longer. As I say that, Norris is past Colapinto. Yeah, the podiums keep on changing up a lot, don't they? I think Norris still got to pit, though, hasn't he? How did quality go? Honestly, not great. We qualified P8. But we got a very lucky early safety car, and we have benefited from it massively. We would not be in the position we're in right now if it wasn't for that safety car. But we also drew a pit stop, so it's not all said and done just yet. You might lap Sainz here. Is that Sainz in front of me? Surely he's on a new tire there. Okay, I just saw Albon's on a hard tire. Albon is on a hard tire. Bottas on a medium tire. I'm guessing both of them guys will go to the ends. Yeah, we still get plenty of OGs here, so we still got Howick here. We still got Dewey, all those kinds of guys. There he is, as I say that. Speak of the devil. See if Norris is planning to pit. Driving behind.
Norris is behind you.
I'd imagine... bit more info, please. I was going to say, I'd imagine he's going to pit again, but he's not telling me anything. Driving behind.
Norris behind. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 19 laps old. We think they've got one more stop.
Yeah, you stop here again.
Lap 1:30.3.
He is still catching, to be fair. %, that front right tyre now. And as I say that, Lando Norris is in. There we go. Almost right on cue. I'm assuming Albon is probably getting on us, right? Between 9.2 for Hulkenberg. That is 1.2 seconds faster than us right now. Come up. Yeah, I'm definitely getting close to 31.2 the gap now. Where are the other players? I'm too good for them. I met you guys when I was 18 and not 25. I know. We're getting old, man. We're turning into Unk. I'm 26 this month, for God's sake. Only a few weeks away. I'm officially pushing 30. Get through race at Red Bull today to see that cool mod I made. Yeah, I know, right? I mean, Lewis Hamilton was P1 and now he's just nowhere again. What track? Silverstone reverse. Twin 9-0 for Albon. Oh my days, I'm struggling through Maggotts and Beckett's right now.
Just put up the fastest lap of the race so far.
I mean, you do have a founder's badge, to be fair, Robbie. I would consider that OG. 28.5 from Leclerc there too. God's a certified baller. Nah, you're like retired baller, Robbie. You're going to be doing, like, walking football and that shit soon. Yeah, Bottas back at the podium again. He is being caught by Charles Leclerc, though, so we'll see. I'm 40 this year. I'll be happy to pushing 30. Yeah. I started streaming when I was 18. So I'm 26 in a few weeks' time. So I've been doing this shit quite a while now. Getting old. Getting old and kind of ugly. As a wise Arthur Morgan once said. 28-1 for Charles Leclerc now. ACC days now, Monster Energy car. That's OG, exactly. Having the Mizzo crash outs during not Kyle Army. Was it Bathurst? That's OG right there. I wish I had 26 again. Yeah, I'm sure once I get to the even order ranges, I'll be saying I wish I had 26.
Box, we're coming in. This
Your brother was so great when he turned 26. Yeah, I'm quite lucky. I don't have any grey hairs. Maybe I'd have a grey hair on my beard or something like that if I grew one out, but I don't like having facial hair. All right, lap 36. I think it is time to dive into the pits one more time. 27 seconds the gap to Albon. We should come out just ahead of him, I think. It'll be marginal, I think, though.
You should be feeling the effects of some tyre wear soon, so stay on your toes.
If it makes you feel young, at 26, I was married for 3 years and had 2 kids. To be fair, my best mate in real life got married at 22, I think. Or 23. I think it was 22. And he also had 2 kids. And then there's me, I'm like, I couldn't even think about having a kid right now. Let alone 2 of them. All right, here we go. It actually might be very close to the exit with Albon. I hate this pit entry so much in reverse. Especially in this economy, exactly. You and Dennis should most certainly not have kids. I know it's not in ever on the cards, but even so. Yeah, don't worry.
Let's go. Come on.
You have nothing to worry about.
You and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that.
Alex Albon crossing the... Oh, we've got yellow flags, actually, further down. Is that Charles Leclerc going slow? No, it's not. It's a Red Bull, I think. No, it is Charles Leclerc. Oh, man. Charles Leclerc out of the race. Alex Albon does take the lead of the Reverse British Grand Prix. We will come out ahead of Bottas by a couple seconds. We're on the medium tyre. We should have the quicker tyre in theory over Albon. So right now, Alex Albon is in the lead of this damn race. Oh my God.
Okay, Charles is out of the race.
Take Albon out, step 1. I mean, to be fair, right now, Bottas has an 8-second gap to hold the podium. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. There was someone in my school, the moment we left school, when we were 16 years old, they genuinely had a child. They turned 17 when the child was born, but either way, that's wild. 16, 17 years old and having a kid is outrageous. Hell no. I mean, we're pretty much still kids at that age in itself, let alone having a kid. Wild to think for me, though, that kid would now be nearly 10 years old. That's straight. That's wild. Give me a granite by 40 at that rate? Exactly, right? It's a wild, wild thought. Couldn't even drive then, literally. When I turned 17, I was like, all I was thinking about was passing my damn driving tests. I wasn't worried about no damn kid. Okay, let's trying to reel that gap back on Albon now these tyres warmed up. 4 seconds of Bottas. Double green sectors there as well. This is a bad time to have hiccups, isn't it? Across the line we go. That'll be a 28.3. Not quite a fast lap, but a very strong PB. I see a car in front. Yes, you do. Hopefully it won't be in front of us for too long, though. Bottas is literally extending that gap over Lawson. We are genuinely going to see Bottas on the podium today, chat. We are going to see a Cadillac on the podium. This is going to be the most outrageous podium ever. We're going to have Albon and Bottas as it stands, both on the top steps. And this setup is actually working now. I think I have started to understand where I can't push it more and stuff. It is definitely still not a good setup. Like I say, I think this race has ultimately been decided by that early safety car. That early safety car has definitely put us in a very strong position. Do we pit already? We have indeed, yep. We have done our second and final stop. Well, maybe not final, depends on any safety cars, but as it stands, our final stop. Imagine the safety car came out 2 seconds later. Yeah, that'd be GG. I mean, like, look at the groups down the field. Purple final sector there as well. There's two pretty big, three actually maybe, pretty big groups all the way down. It just seems like the AI are really struggling to overtake each other around here. Perez might get a point too. Yeah, if he holds off that big group. And that big group does also consist of Lando Norris, our championship rivals. So we could be outscoring him quite highly today. If all goes to plan. I guess guy here, I'm assuming Albon hasn't stopped. Nope, these are all legit positions. I'm not messing. Every position you're seeing right now is net position. Albon is in the lead of this race. We are in second, and Bottas is in third. All on net position. It's been a very strange race, this one. We're not actually getting on Albon as much as I thought we would. Will there be LMU after the races? Yes. Yeah, we'll do a couple races on LMU tonight. We'll be doing, we'll be at Le Mans, actually. I mean, to be fair, Carlos Sainz might as well be P23. We may only have 22 cars on the track, but he might as well be P23 with how far back he is. Yeah, very close DRS and Albon. And a strong first sector there as well, but not quite close enough for DRS. We've still got 11 laps to go. Still a good chance we get a good result. Come on. There we go, DRS and Albon. There's the first dose of it. How's our tyres looking so far? Wilson holding up so many people. That's what I mean, like, the AI are really struggling to overtake each other. You've got the group going for P4 right now with Lawson and Gasly and whoever else is there. Then you've got the second train where Perez is leading it. And, like, no one's able to overtake each other. Everyone's really struggling to get past one another. Tyre wear's already 13% now front right. On to a lap 42. 28.5 that time as well. 10 laps to go here in Silverstone. I did not think 42 laps ago that I'd be in a fight for the lead with Alex Albon. That was not even a thought that crossed my mind. You want an overtake? We'll serve one up ASAP. A little bit too far back into Beckett's, though. We'll just try and stay close to them. We'll try and sniff out an opportunity where we can. Maybe out of cops if we get a good run. Nope. Oh, my God. What was that understeer? No, that right there is chundersteer. Awful. I might have to hold on for another lap, annoyingly. Maybe down the hanger straight next lap. I do worry a little bit that we won't be able to fully pull away from Albon. With him being on the harder tyre, having the better wear, we may be quicker right now, but I do worry in that, like, 5 or 6 laps time, we may see a bit of a crossover between the performance and the tyres. So, even though we might get into P1 shortly, we're going to have a bit of a battle to try and hold that lead. Here we go, then. Down the hanger straight once more. Can I go for moving Alex Albon? I'm very tight on battery. We'll try and go for it, though. Albon tries to cover it. We say no thank you, though. And we go through on Alex Albon and back into the lead over the British Grand Prix. Once again, Albon drops down to P2 on the hard tyre. He'll have DRS on me down the old pit straight, though. He actually got a pretty good run, to be fair. Out of cops as well. He'll take a bit of slipstream. But he's too far back to make a move at the moment. My dog is in the room. Hello, dog. I thought I heard a noise. Oh, they're gone. Never mind. Right, let's try and break that 1 second gap to Alex Albon, if we can. On to lap 44. Pretty iconic number. There we go, break that 1 second to Albon, beautiful stuff. Now help us out early on here. Right, we've just got to make sure that we keep these tyres in good condition. I am quite worried about that front right tyre at 21% at the moment. And we haven't been on it for a huge amount of time either, so that front right tyre could be the make or break of our race, really. We'll do what we can. Safety car out now would spice it up. I think if we got a safety car, we'd have to pit again, right? Maybe a soft tyre to the end. I think we'd be fine with the soft tyre to the end at this stage. Less than 10 laps to go. Bottas still holding strong for that P3. As long as it doesn't get a reliability issue or something, we will get a Cadillac podium here in Silverstone. What a wild sentence. And I hope it happens. I very much hope it happens. Mark's been asking for a soft door race. Now you take it. Yeah, I mean, it's late in the race. Why not? What about Vonsa? How is VBP3? Yeah, it's been a weird one. It's been a very weird race. A very good one, though, let me add. We started down in P8. The reason the order is mainly like this is because of the timing of the safety car. There was a safety car that came out, like, right before we got to the final corner. And everyone who was ahead of us got caught by the safety car, whereas everyone behind managed to box. So it has completely changed up the order of the race. .5 at the moment. That was a fairly poor middle sector. Come on. But I think it also hasn't helped that AI have really struggled to overtake each other as well. We've barely seen the AI overtaking each other. They've all just been caught up in a train and not able to go for moves and stuff. Typical, like, AI things, really. Is it cheating if I use the unlockables in FM? The unlockables? What's that? .8 now to Albon. Gap still increasing. We are doing everything perfectly right now. All players interested in no sacking. Yeah, I would say so. Definitely the no sacking part. That's definitely cheating. The all players interested? I guess there could be an argument about that, but the no sacking one, 100% that'd be cheating. In my eyes, at least. Sacking is the best part of FM, literally. And then having a complete mystery as to where you go next. I did a Fulham save on FM, and I got sacked in the first season, right towards the end of the first season, and then halfway through season 2, Villa wanted to sign me, and I signed with Villa, who had Europa League and were like 8th in the league. So I literally upgraded. I was doing terribly at Fulham and managed to get a better job, and I'm doing well again with them. I ain't actually playing at FM in a hot minute, but... Ah, you never know, Kurt. Maybe when he's like 37, 38 years old and has no legs. Okay, he can do a year at Blackpool. How do you get it to go backwards? It's an option in the game. Silverstone, Austria, and Zandvoort all have reverse options in the game. Once you complete the first season, you can add it into your career. Speaking of Europa League, is the game on TV? It should be on TNT, I think. I'm assuming the Nottingham and Villa game. Objective? Oh gosh, I should do that objective, shouldn't I? We've got a big enough gap to hold, so... Reverse it is indeed, yep. Four more laps to go. We are holding this lead nicely so far. We've not really seen too much of a crossover with Albon, thankfully. I thought we probably would have seen it by now, but it's not really showing itself. Look at the group of cars behind Lawson, by the way. How many cars are in that group? That's like almost half the damn grids. Is there 11 cars? Wow. That is literally half the grid in that train. That just proves what I was saying earlier about the AI being very weird around here. Oh, God, that was a horrible right-hander. And there's still, like, another little train right behind them. With, one of the McLarens, one of the Audis, one of the Alpines, I think, as well. All right, let's get this objective done real quick. Beautiful,
Great
easy
stuff,
enough.
mate. You hit the target well there. Nice one. It's a long way to go in this race, though, so keep your head down.
We should be able to bring it home now, I think. 4.5 seconds to Albon. We are chilling right now. Got to take it nice and easy. Bring it in. And that will be a resounding victory if we can hold on to it. Albon is getting a little bit, actually. Have to keep our eyes open on that a little bit. But as it stands, Valtteri Bottas will be on the podium here in Silverstone. That would be absolutely crazy for the Finnish driver. Don't choke it like in Montreal. No promises. Remember the plan. Your plan, you mean. Remember the theory. No, they give you a one-lap safety car shortly. I think we've hit the limit now, so I don't think we can get another safety car. I think once you get to the last 3 laps of the race, you can no longer get a safety car. So we should be safe for now. Oh, yellow flags. Wait, who is that? Oh, it's a Haas, okay. I thought for a second it might have been Perez. Well, there's our second DNF. Esteban Ocon is out. There we go, penultimate lap. 2 more to go here in Silverstone. Let's see it through to the end now. Beautiful stuff. That has broken up the train a little bit there, hasn't it? That will silly move still, but... Yellow flag still out for the Haas who has pulled up of Esteban Ocon. And you can see his car just stuck on the left-hand side there. Is your AI still 100 now? We're not 110. We've been on 110 for a long-ass time now. Gapped out 1/2 a second last lap. Beautiful. It's a little bit back and forth at the moment, isn't it? But definitely consistently opening up now. The gap between Bottas and Lawson is now 6 seconds rather than 8. He's not going to fumble it, is he? Bottas is not going to fumble it, is he? Here we go. One more lap, chat. One more lap. Are we going to see Valtteri Bottas on the podium in a Cadillac here in Silverstone? It's looking pretty good for him. He just needs to get through this lap. Gap to Albon 5.8. We have taken control of this race since our safety car and really looked after this winners, well, haven't we? I think without that safety car, though, we'd have been in deep trouble. Because our pace in that first in was not great. We were really, really struggling early on. But sometimes you need a little bit of luck. And that's all we got today. Heading in towards the final sector now. Still 6 seconds or 5.5 seconds roughly between Bottas and Lawson in P4. So Bottas should hold on to get a podium here in Silverstone. Through the final sector and the final few corners we go. That is going to be a resounding victory for ourselves. Albon will get P2, but the man at the moment, Valtteri Bottas in the Cadillac, will get P3. GG's, ladies and gentlemen. 52 laps of the reverse Silverstone done. Where am I going through the opening corner there? Right off that inside curb.
Oh, you worked hard for that one. Congratulations. Well done.
W mark. But an even bigger W for Bottas. Alex Albon on the podium as well. What a podium that is, chat. Us in P1, Albon P2, and Valtteri Bottas, hopefully, should be P3. I don't want to get too excited. There it is. I see his Cadillac right there.
And those kind of race victories are so
unreal. Fair play.
It's not just like winning from the front. They really had to work for it today.
Didn't think we'd be saying that, hey, chat.
And here we are, a team that
We didn't think we'd be saying that.
Taking their place on top once again. A sublime race today and a stunning win for Ferrari.
The mullet makes the podium once more. Yeah, that safety car really screwed up the order, didn't it? Like I said, without that safety car, we definitely dropped off quite a bit. We'd been nowhere near the podium, but I can't complain. A Ferrari, Williams, and a Cadillac all on the podium. Crazy stuff, huh? Crazy. I think Cadillac only scored 2 points up until this moment as well. And now they're going to have suddenly a big boost in the points too. So, yeah, there you go. Double Cadillac points as well. Look at that top 10. Dude, the AI is so weird around here. What a wild top 10 that is. Alex Albon, Bottas on the podium. Lawson and Gasly in 4th and 5th. Hulkenberg 6th. Hadjar 7th. Perez 8th. Behrman and Norris in the top 10 as well. And look what they all started as well. We had, obviously, Albon starting P10. We had Bottas starting P13. Lawson P14. Gasly P11. Hulkenberg P18. Like, everyone who was lower down the grid got a big benefit from that safety car. And everyone who qualified quite well, as you can see, did not get a big benefit whatsoever. Verstappen finished 16th after starting on pole. Hamilton was on the front row. He finished P17 as well. Yeah, crazy. Absolutely crazy. We had 2 DNFs today as well. Charles Leclerc DNF in the first one. He also got the first lap as well, despite the DNF. Obviously doesn't get the point for that. And Esteban Ocon finishing P21 as well. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There is a finishing order for the British Grand Prix and the final British Grand Prix as well. We've done the reverse track now. Now we're going to go ahead to some normal Grand Prix for a little bit before we go to Zandvoort. But let's have a look at the Drivers' Championship order heading into the Belgian Grand Prix. So, oh, Christ. I ain't saying it, chat. We are between 66 and 68 points up on Lando Norris right now in the championship heading into Belgium. Very, very decent. 225 points to our name, 158 for Lando Norris. Schumacher in P3, 125 points on his name. Charles Leclerc down to 4th now because of that DNF. I mean, to be fair, actually, I think he stayed 4th, didn't he? Because Schumacher didn't score points either. Piastri, Verstappen, Russell, Hamilton, Hulkenberg, and Sainz from that top 10. Where is Bottas now? Bottas improves all the way up to P15 in the Drivers' Championship after scoring some big points here in Silverstone. So only 2 drivers have now yet to score a point. Colapinto and Bortoleto. They are the only 2 drivers yet to score a point so far this season. everyone else has scored points. And more importantly, everyone now has points for the constructors as well. No one has 0 points anymore. Racing Bull did for a bit, but obviously that result for Liam Lawson there has given them liftoff in a way, I guess, in the Constructors Championship. But yeah, all looking pretty good in the Drivers and Constructors Championship for ourselves. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will do it for the British Grand Prix. GG.